the Marionette Maker. The air in the basement was thick with the scent of damp wood and something metallic, copper, blood. A dim bulb swung overhead, its weak light casting jagged shadows across the stone walls. A man sat in the center of the room, bound to a wooden chair. His wrists and ankles were wrapped in thick rope, skin raw where he had struggled. His breath came in ragged gasps, his wild eyes flickering toward the figure standing at the workbench. The man in the stained apron worked with methodical precision. Tools lay scattered before him, scalpels, chisels, thick spools of black thread. He hummed softly as he selected a needle, lifting it to the light. The bound man whimpered, jerking against his restraints, but there was no escape. The puppeteer turned to face him, a slow smile creeping across his gaunt face. "You're perfect," he murmured. "Everything in the right proportions." He took a step forward, his boots scuffing against the cement floor. The bound man thrashed, chair legs screeching as they scraped against the ground. "I used to work with wood," the puppeteer continued, ignoring the muffled cries. "Marionettes. Beautiful, delicate things, but lifeless. No matter how well I carved them, they never moved quite right." His gloved fingers trailed over the victim's trembling arm. "Then I realized, what if I use something more pliable?" The bound man's breath hitched as his gaze flickered toward the workbench. There, propped up against the wall, was a figure, a doll at first glance. But the longer he looked, the more his stomach twisted. The texture of the skin was too natural, the lips too soft, the hands too detailed. The fingers rested lightly against its lap, the joints reinforced with thin black thread that crisscrossed over what had once been human flesh. The puppeteer followed his gaze and chuckled. "Do you see? The artistry? I carve the soul into my work now. I improve upon what nature made imperfect." The bound man screamed as the needle descended toward his skin. Outside, the city buzzed with life, oblivious to the horrors unfolding in the darkness below.